You're listening to Sheep, where we put the funny back into the news. I'm Andrew Bolton, and with me, as always, my fellow sheepalite, Mel Fessenden. All right, and we are back with another episode.
Hello, everyone. It is me, Mel Bolton.
And it is I, Andrew Bolton. And together we are Sheep. Nailed it.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we're excited to be back. I know. We missed another Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we are actually going to be changing up the way we do things around here. We're going for quality instead of quantity nowadays, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
And then maybe get back to quantity.
Right. But for right now, we're just working on quality over quantity. So this will be Melissa's last episode.
It's fine. My afternoon's just cleared up.
Yeah, apparently so you can just drool in your mouth. Clear it up. You're the only person.
These are the tears I'm holding in.
Yeah, you're the only person that can waterboard themselves. I have overactive salivatory glands. You know this.
I do.
Alrighty, guys. But we are going to be going down to just a Monday and Friday episode. All right, guys. I know it sucks. All right, we're not happy about it.
Mm-mm.
Okay? But we're going to get back to 3 in a row. But right now, just for 2, just for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it goes, all right? We're not breaking up with you. Stop behaving this way. Okay, you're being really irrational.
It's not a good look.
Guys. Lady. There's only one. I know. Alrighty, guys.
Represent.
Yeah, there we go. So now we've gotten the bad news out of the way. Let's get into the good news.
And some other bad news.
Yeah. News.
Yeah.
All
right, what stories you got found for us
So
today?
Starting off, a Texas man who had sex with a horse is jailed for 10 years.
It all adds up. Sounds about right.
10 years for sex with a horse?
I think it's just I think they do a larger amount just to make sure they're like, don't do this again. Because then people just go around having sex with animals, and then they're like, oh, free room and board too? That's nice.
Oh, so it's not like you get like... Right.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have sex and a weekend.
Yeah, I don't think that these individuals are like well-functioning humans of society.
No, not when you see the rear end of a horse and go, opportunity?
Look at that butt.
Yeah. Buddy, look at this. I think that's a thoroughbred. Jeez.
I'm gonna braid that mane.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Man, it's like a pinup girl. You're like, are you talking about the Mustang symbol? You're like, I see that silhouette in my dreams, I tell you. So a Texas man who admitted to having sex with a horse and sexually assaulting several others has been jailed for a decade.
Oh, well, you didn't mention the assault of several others, so, 10 years. Adds up.
You keep saying that, but then you keep adding stuff.
I know. I have no idea. I have no idea what the charge of, would it be animal cruelty, I want to say?
If it's a stallion, yeah. If it's...
Any other, though.
Any other, nobody cares.
Oh. Yeah, that guy's a bit of a weirdo.
I would say so. So Jean-Marie Bougoma, 24, was convicted on Wednesday after pleading guilty to bestiality. That's got to be a tough one to...
That's what it's called, bestiality.
Yeah. So the sick acts occurred at a San Antonio equine boarding facility on at least 3 occasions between June 2020 and February 2021.
That's even worse. Just because they're not his own horses. I don't know. It doesn't make it much better or much different. But the fact that he's just like...
I think the fact that it's not his horse makes it better.
Really?
Yeah. All right. So here, I'm going to give you an example.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Man rapes 10-year-old girl.
Okay.
Father rapes 10-year-old daughter.
I see. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Not by much. But no, I'm just saying in comparison to if it had just been a stranger girl to his own daughter, it's not worse by much just because they're so awful. Both of them.
So it's not like a Super Saiyan of awfulness?
No.
Just
He definitely he took another step forward or backwards, whichever way you want to look at it.
Okay.
But
the father is worse.
yes, yes, I do agree with that.
Okay. So what you're saying is I'm right, but not by much. Mm-hmm. So even when I'm right, it's only by a hair.
I think it's important that we make sure to note such measurements.
Oh. Okay, so something that can't be measured, it's important to measure that. Perfect.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with it. So, so he's infiltrated a horse boarding barn.
A stable, if you will. What do they call those?
And then he's having his way with all the horses that had no idea.
Well, just one in particular.
Thought it was 3.
No, it happened on 3 separate occasions.
Oh, okay, I see.
So in the first instance, Bugoma was caught on surveillance camera walking through the stables naked, smoking a cigarette. He wasn't smoking a cigarette, but he was walking around naked. The smell of stables in the morning, I love that.
Gosh, you just hope that individuals like this just get hoofed to the face.
Yeah, that's what I would
just
be afraid of.
Nice brain injury where he never wakes up from a coma, and in the coma, he's just being trampled relentlessly over and over again by horses.
And that equates to about 10 years of prison, huh? Okay. That seems... I see where you lie on the measuring.
Yeah, maybe that's a bit much.
Yeah.
For 10 years. 20, though.
Maybe just
that
right...
equates.
Like a dead leg. Just a hoof right to the thigh. That kills.
That would be pretty good, except that he'd probably try to get a horse to get around.
Oh, then he would use the horse as a ride. He goes, can't walk anymore.
Just aim for both legs.
Yeah.
Stuck in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Let's see here. The owner noticed soon after that 2 of his horses were injured. Okay, so it was multiple horses. Sometimes you're not a one-horse guy.
Yeah. Well, when there's one there's more.
Yeah. So
it's not a one-trick pony.
Yeah. So the owner noticed soon that 2 of his horses were injured, and a vet later determined the animals had been sexually assaulted.
Ugh.
Impressive wiener.
I don't know if we can say that was impressive.
If my wiener can injure
I don't
a
like
horse,
this comparison at all.
Oh, all of a sudden measurements aren't our thing.
I didn't say measurements. Anyways,
oh, there's a definite measurement in there.
It sounds like he probably did other stuff too, besides his member.
Oh, foreplay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Usually when it's just a guy, foreplay is kind of out the window.
Maybe there are female horses.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know they're female horses, but I'm just saying. The females need... Hey! Give me some oats first or something. Maybe an apple?
Mm-hmm.
So authorities said Bugoma went to the stables again months later and had sex with one of the horses. 2 other horses had also been hobbled, which meant that their legs were bound together. I guess that's what you would do.
Yeah, he didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, that's fair. This isn't his first rodeo.
Yeah, there's not much more you could say to that.
Really? You're not going to?
Yeah.
I
don't have any more horse puns.
No more?
Nay.
Oh. Feel good about that one, do you?
I do.
Yeah. So when the owner caught Bugoma back at the stable in February last year, authorities obtained a warrant that determined DNA taken from one of the horses matched that of the suspect.
Ugh. Oh, that's so gross. So they knew what had happened, too, because then they did a swab. They did a rape kit on it.
Yeah, they go, why does this stable feel like a movie theater floor? This is gross. What is going on here? why is the horseshoe still on there? I took the nails out.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. All right. Well, in some lighter news, I don't know if you saw at the G7 summit. That's where all the leaders of NATO get together.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
And well, anyways, they started off with a joke on Putin, where they said that we should take our shirts off. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the UK, came out and said, "I think we should take our shirts off and have a really rousing good picture where we just show our masculinity off to Vladimir Putin."
Mm-hmm.
You know,
good jokes all around.
Yeah, because they're trying to make when you try to make a joke when only 3 people speak English, and
yeah.
Well, is their main language. I think they all speak English. But so he said that. And then Putin later came out and was asked, like, what do you think about the G7 leaders making fun of you for this?
Mm-hmm.
And saying that they should have their own photo. He goes, that would be a disgusting photo.
That's great. That's the best way to come back to that one.
Yeah. And then what he goes is, he said... and then he gave some like inspirational Miss America quote stuff.
Ew.
It was really weird. He said after he burned him, right, with that comment, which of course,
gross. They're old men.
I'm not on Putin's side or anything, but that's a funny comeback.
Yeah.
But then he comes back and he goes, that would be a disgusting photo because their soul, mind, and body aren't as one, and nobody wants to see them shirtless. And then the reporter kept asking questions like, oh, you think that they're bad health? He goes, oh, they abuse alcohol and smoking and all these things, and I do none of those things. I am the pinnacle of health.
Okay, sure.
And then but then he goes, but I know all of the G7 leaders are remarkable men and women, and I know they all have it within their capabilities to do that, to be able to take a photo like this. So he basically like backtracked on what he said. It was really weird.
Yeah. I'm not sure if what stance he wanted to take on this one. It was a weird one to take a stance on in general.
Yeah.
Politically wise.
Yeah, so he says, I don't know how they wanted to get undressed, above or below the waist, but I think it would be a disgusting sight in any case.
Yeah, he should have just dropped the mic and walked away at that point.
Yeah, and then he goes, everything in a person should be harmonious, both body and soul. But for that to happen, it's necessary to stop abusing alcohol and other bad habits, do physical exercise, and take part in sports. And then he goes...
some weird inspiration. Okay.
Yeah, and then explaining that he knows all the G7 leaders and that they are all people of character who could achieve success if they put their minds to it. So what he's saying is, they don't.
They are not currently at the level to keep up with him in taking shirtless photos.
Yeah.
But they could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully, Halloween's coming around. Biden, think on it. All right, moving on.
At least, yeah. I mean, nothing. Never mind.
You're about to take a dig, weren't you? Your bias is coming out.
No, I saw the bicycle video
of him falling over.
Yeah, and I thought, I was like, well, at least he wouldn't fall over on a horse. Might fall off the horse.
Well, in all fairness, it's like, they put this guy on a bike and he's used to riding children, and it's like, what are you what are you doing?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
not fair, He could pop a wheelie on a child, I tell you.
Good thing I dodged that dig.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Okay.
All right, you brought me down this path.
I did.
Okay.
You saved me.
Yeah, I figured. So, Pennsylvania teen told police she killed sister, would have done it sooner for McDonald's.
Ooh, for McDonald's, huh? Not even like Arby's? McDonald's? Standards fallen.
Really?
Yeah.
So that, what would be the meal? So Arby's would be number one for you for fast food?
I think Arby's or Five Guys. I think those are. I don't think they're like worth killing for, of course.
Right.
But if I was gonna put them at top tier, or if I was gonna put them on a list,
If you had to rank
them, I would say Arby's or Five Guys would be up there. Maybe a, what is it called? A Shake and Shack?
Steak and shake? Shake and steak? Steak and shake.
Yeah.
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack. I think it's Shake Shack.
I think it's steak and shake.
It all sounds weird now. But yeah, that one's up there as well. McDonald's has kind of dropped the bar a little bit.
Has it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. What about that Russian version of McDonald's that just came out? That's not owned by McDonald's, but is using the same symbol and food items. But it's not McDonald's because McDonald's is against the war in Ukraine.
Ah, right.
But because they closed down their 650 stores in Russia, which is like one small town's worth of McDonald's here in America.
Yeah. So what's it called? McPutin?
McPutin? Yeah, probably something close to that.
McPutin my mouth.
Oh.
Ooh.
So a disturbed teenage murder. Forgot.
Yeah. We got sidetracked.
So a disturbed teenage girl who allegedly killed her older sister told cops she would have killed someone sooner if she knew she'd get to eat McDonald's afterwards.
Oh, so the cops probably brought her
McDonald's, and she made a comment.
Interrogation.
Yeah, this wasn't her winning the Super Bowl and then going, I'm going to Disneyland. She was not paid to say this.
I thought she killed her sister for her Happy Meal or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
So, okay.
It wasn't over McDonald's. It was over, 14-year-old hormones.
Yeah. Stealing clothes and makeup.
Yeah.
And jewelry. So
Claire Ann Miller, 14. Her middle name's not Ann. 14. I throw it in every once. It could be. It doesn't say.
Don't assume.
If I had to don't
assume. You're forcing your case.
If I had
everything you'll say, if you force this, anything you have to say after this point, I will just completely not listen to.
Oh, so it's like me. I can't say that. There's too many moms that listen to this that are related to me. Fine. Claire Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Middle name redacted. 14 was unknown. For now, we'll just say it's an A. It starts with an A. We don't know. Claire Miller, 14, was provided with fast food breakfast. Ooh, breakfast from McDonald's. McDonald's breakfast is up there.
It's pretty good.
All right.
It's prettybomb.com.
Yeah. So maybe. So with the fast food breakfast after she was accused of fatally stabbing her 19-year-old disabled sister Helen in 2021. And she was disabled. Of course she was. Ooh, McDonald's. Mannheim Township Police Officer John Martin and Miller told police during a Tuesday court hearing, I would have killed someone sooner if I knew I was going to get McDonald's. Probably just a bad joke.
Very bad joke. She does have a sense of humor.
Yeah, killer wit.
It's just really poorly placed.
Yeah.
Not timed well at all.
A great line if you didn't just kill your older sister. If it was somebody like an abuser, great line.
Yeah, but you're seeming really dark right now. So.
Well, you're 14. You don't get much darker than a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah. Gosh, I could imagine how this all went down too with a older disabled sister that she probably had to help out with.
Yeah, probably
grow up early.
And probably felt a little like that she didn't get any attention.
Yeah.
Because, a handicapped child takes a lot of time.
Time and patience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while sitting in her juvenile detention cell, she also admitted she Michael Myers'd her sister, referring to the character from the 1978 horror movie Halloween, 1 through a billion at this point. I think they have a Halloween 1000, and it's in space. It's Freddy in space.
All right.
Yeah.
Why not?
Or not Freddy, sorry. Michael Myers, yeah. The frightening comment came when Miller heard her cell phone go off with the movie's theme song, according to the Patriot News. Okay. So she has a ringtone from Halloween. That's not terrifying at all.
Yeah. Sounds like she just got into some dark hobbies. as it were. And it probably stemmed from a place of disdain and neglect from her parents towards her sister.
Now, we're not 100% sure it didn't come from her middle name. So let's just keep that in mind.
We'll file that one in there. Really, really far at the bottom of the stack. But yeah,
Great. Now we're doing what her parents do. We're pushing her to a side. Her real problems. Okay. So the strange revelations came out during a hearing this week to determine whether Miller, now 16 years old, should be tried as an adult after she was accused of killing her sleeping sister in her bed with a kitchen knife in the family home last year. What is this? And is this Guess Who? Why are you saying it this way? Who writes things this way?
I don't know. Maybe this is how she told it to him. Sounds like she's living her life through a movie.
Yeah. So any homicide charge in Pennsylvania begins in adult court, but can be petitioned to juvenile court, with greater emphasis is put on treatment. You're 14. I don't really think you know what you're doing.
I think she had a lot of built-up resentment towards her sister. And being as young as she is, she doesn't understand that life just sometimes
sucks.
There's going to be a lot of other things that are thrown your way. But you got a really hard start at life too.
Right. With your middle name the way that it is.
I don't know. It's tough because you know that she's not mature yet.
No, she's 14. There's no way. Her ringtone is Halloween.
But she did take somebody's life. Her sister's too. Yeah.
She probably feels like her sister took her life.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I'm just thinking as a 14-year-old girl, I could definitely see a 14-year-old girl making that kind of claim.
Yeah.
And very poetically being like, and you're like, oh, that was a good line, but no, I can't give that to you.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
We have to keep things sane in this world.
Yeah, we can't just go with, euphemisms.
I feel wronged, so I made it right.
Yeah. So police responded shortly after 1 a.m. to the family home, where Miller came outside in bloody pants with blood on her hands. She told police repeatedly, "I stabbed my sister." I mean, it was either that or your first period.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said it.
Somebody had to. Okay. So the prosecutions and defense offered diverging testimony and arguments about whether Miller should be tried as an adult or a juvenile, and if she can be rehabilitated, according to local reports.
Yeah, what does the parents take on all this? Like, we're not getting any input from the parents.
We love them both.
That's all they said?
I know Claire did not mean to do this. We lost Helen, and we don't want to lose Claire too. Mother Marie Miller testified Monday, according to WGAL. We don't want her to be punished. No, not get help and be put away for a long period for something that was out of her control. We can't lose her too.
Well, it definitely was in her control. The cards that she was dealt for life were not.
Right.
But she definitely chose to pick up the knife. I don't think she should be tried as an adult. Just because
14's a long way from being an adult.
It is, and there is still a chance that she can be rehabilitated and they can evaluate her and see what's wrong, because it doesn't sound like she was off killing animals in the woods, serial killer beginning style. Like, it just seems like she snapped.
Yeah.
And she was not equipped to deal with it.
No, I would say not. So the older sister had cerebral palsy and was wheelchair bound. Two psychiatrists, there we go, said in court Miller suffered from psychosis, depression, and anxiety, with Miller telling them she heard voices that even led her to try to slash her own throat the night her sister was killed. This is the part that I think is bull crap.
This is what she saw on TV.
Yeah, this is a little bit of the horse manure.
Yeah. Which I think that points to her having the forethought to try to cover her tracks and try to make her seem more crazy than she is.
Well, it's just funny that the people who hear voices that tell you to stab other people somehow are not that convincing when they tell you to stab yourself. They're convincing. They're convincing enough to stab my sister, but they're not convincing enough to stab myself.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
Yeah, that just seems a little horse-shitey. And the guy from our earlier story knows all about that. So prosecutors argued that text messages show Miller wanted to hurt others.
Yeah, I think she was going downhill quite fast, and she was very angry at the world.
I hate the world today.
And I'm sure her household was oriented around her sister.
I hate the world tomorrow.
Yeah, and then, I mean, just for an average 14-year-old, a lot of them are just bound to get angry for no reason. So you actually have a girl that has a reason, and she takes it this far.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You were trying to find something to say, too, though. You're like, there's no way he can keep this going. I got to find one more thing to say. So I'm going to come up with some bull. Anyways, so we'll keep you updated, see what happens with Miller. But as of right now, she's still being tried as an
adult?
No.
As a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's what they're gonna go through with, because she doesn't have any past record or anything like that.
Well, she is 14, so this is when you start to develop your record, in all fairness.
Yeah, but there could have been, like, even without a record being kept, like, there could have been just chances around town where they caught her just doing weird things where, like, you're like, oh, what's this lone girl doing? You know what I'm talking about? Like, let's say you catch a kid stealing some candy from a convenience store.
Murderer.
No, but it's a multi-step process where it can escalate into something further, and these are just the first signs, but you won't really see it on a record because most of the time they won't file something away for a few candy bars.
Okay. Can you give me one more example?
Vandalism.
Rapist.
All right. I see this is going places.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, speaking of murderers, so lethal love triangle suspect Caitlin Armstrong used fake passport, changed appearance to avoid arrest. You know, remember who this lady is?
Oh my gosh, they found her?
They found her.
Yeah, she was hiding up in upstate New York, right?
That was the last time she was seen, but she was found in Costa Rica.
Oh, what a twist.
She made it.
Yeah.
She
flipped it.
Yep, she went to Costa Rica. So the Texas yoga teacher accused of... Okay, so for those of you who don't know what's going on. So there was a love triangle between a professional male cyclist, a young 25-year-old female cyclist, and a 34-year-old, a mid-30s yoga teacher who dabbled in biking.
Yeah.
So the yoga teacher and the professional male cyclist were dating. The male cyclist cheated on the yoga teacher with the younger female biker. Mm-hmm. All right? Bicyclist.
Yeah.
Cyclist.
He was a Casanova of sorts.
On wheels.
Yeah.
And not rollerblades, because nobody's a Casanova on blades.
I think that's much cooler, actually.
Yeah, okay, Brink. You remember that movie?
I kind of do. It's been a while.
It's a great one. It's trash. So anyways, the yoga teacher finds out that there was an affair had between the two cyclist lovers. Instead of murdering her adulterous boyfriend, she goes around and allegedly murders the young biker, cyclist.
Yeah, using a gun. And the younger cyclist, the younger female, she didn't even know that she was a part of an affair. Like, she thought he had broken up with her.
Right, because he said, "Now she's crazy," and so we broke up. Yeah. And then his girlfriend, who was not actually an ex-girlfriend, finds out and does some crazy-ass behavior. Yeah. And anyways, she's been on the run for the last 43 days, but they finally found her.
Which, wow, She was a better fugitive than the actual fugitive that broke out of prison. You know
Oh,
what
you're
I'm
talking about the big guy?
Yeah. And
Casey White?
Casey White and what's her and Smith.
No, her last name is White as well.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember her first name. I remember her middle name.
Vicky.
Vicky Ann White. Yep.
Just keep throwing hands in there.
Yeah. All right. So the Texas yoga teacher accused of fatally shooting a professional cyclist in a jealous rage was trying to establish herself before she was captured in Costa Rica. Officials said Wednesday while describing several measures the fugitive undertook to alter her appearance and blend into the community. Oh.
You know, she could have gotten away with it. I'm super curious on how they caught her.
So Caitlin Armstrong, 34, was nabbed by U.S. Marshals at a hostel on Santa Teresa Beach in Provincia de Punta Arenas. I have no idea if I said that correctly.
Yeah.
After 43 days on the lam for the alleged murder of Anna Mariah Wilson, a 25-year-old cyclist who at one point had a romantic relationship with Armstrong's boyfriend. Armstrong had reportedly changed her appearance, was frequenting yoga classes. Yeah, you can't stop the yoga.
Yeah.
You got to center yourself when you're a murderer. To further her teaching ability, and was staying at a hostel to stretch out her savings and meet new people who also spoke English. The alleged killer used that's the one place I wouldn't want anybody to know that I spoke English, because I feel like those people have heard about me. The Spanish-speaking people, I would assume, have not heard about me. English speakers,
Yeah.
I've probably seen the news of a redheaded lady on the run from the law.
Oh, is she redhead?
Yeah. It's hard for a redhead to hide a redhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a legitimate one, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to, I guess I would dye my hair black,
That's your best bet.
right?
But then you're alabaster.
Yeah, then you look
Pale
like
skin.
Right, then you look like Juliet from Romeo and Juliet. So, Stain spoke English. There we go. The blah blah blah. The alleged killer used a phony passport, I don't know where she got one of those, to fly into Costa Rica from Newark Airport on May 18th, a day after Austin cops issued a warrant for her arrest and settled into the beachside hotel. Yeah, you got to move quick. Mm-hmm. You got to move quick. Good for her. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, for a tantalizing tale, yes.
Yeah, for murder.
We don't stand by it.
Right. Even though he wouldn't have a job. Armstrong arrived in the new country with long red hair, but cut it to shoulder length and dyed it dark brown. Idiot.
You didn't do it before arriving? That's crazy.
She also had a bandage on her nose and bruising under her eyes from a reported surfboard incident, Fila said. The physical appearance changed slightly, he said. Would it have changed more? She started to create that, type of foundation for herself here in Costa Rica. Possibly could have.
I don't know if I buy a surfing accident because, I mean, for the most part, all the bruising around the eyes and the nose. Wouldn't that be plastic surgery?
Oh, you think she got plastic surgery?
Maybe.
That'd be impressive. Armstrong had frequented multiple yoga classes, which Fila speculated were to better her profession to teach a specific type of yoga that involved surfing. So, how do you feel now?
I don't know. I still, she was on the run. Why would she be thinking, but I really should further my career at the same time? This is all going to blow over, so I might as well keep training.
I don't think that's what she was doing. I think what she was saying is, well, this is my life now, so better hit the ground running. And I'm going to need to learn surfing.
Yeah, apply this to everyday use.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Costa Rica is an island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Not a lot of space.
Yeah.
Where is there a lot of space?
Where?
On the water.
Oh my.
That's right. So now she's doing water yoga on a surfboard.
You didn't further any more of my understanding of what we had already learned.
Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this in another way.
Okay.
Okay, right? Mm-hmm. She's on the run from the law, right?
Okay. Setting.
Okay. All right. She's in a new place. She's just discovered something about herself, that she's capable of murder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a new page.
Where is there a lot of space? On the water.
Okay.
Surfing.
All right. This is going nowhere fast.
Yeah. Are you not keeping up with this?
Yeah. No, I totally know where you're going.
Okay, cool. I don't know why she picked up surfing. Probably because she was in Costa Rica.
That's why I think it's like a plastic surgery thing. And she's like, oh, no, I accidentally hit my face on a surfboard.
That makes sense.
Because I wouldn't, if I was on the run, I wouldn't be like, today I'm just going to take a break from hiding and I'm going to enjoy the ocean.
Yeah, well, nobody's probably looking at you.
Well, that's what she thought, and then she got caught like a fool.
Well, had she been a better surfer? I don't understand where you're going with this, Andrew.
The U.S. Marshal are like, we can't find her anywhere. Everyone's such a good surfer out here. Oh, never mind. There she is.
Yeah, maybe
she's got her face hit.
Maybe she just kept watching that movie Point Break with Keanu Reeves, and she's like, this is how it's going to end. So I got to learn how to surf.
Could have been.
Yeah. Johnny Utah.
All right, so she's been caught.
Surfing, yes. We believe she was staying in the hostel to make her money stretch further down the road. Makes sense. She also may have chosen to stay in a hostel since the dormitory-style housing is frequented by solo travelers looking to make connections with each other, since she had to cut ties with the family and friends that she's been living in.
Yeah.
With those types of resources constrained, she was trying to establish herself, the U.S. Marshal said. Being in that hostel, that's really for people that travel independently. They try to build some type of relationship with individuals in their dormitory housing.
Yeah. I wonder, because I bet you hostels are probably one of the first places they would look to find a fugitive. So I wonder if that's a bad bet to go for.
As opposed to, what, the Continental?
Right. Free breakfast.
Yeah. So, despite her best efforts to disguise herself and start a different life, Armstrong couldn't escape her alleged crimes. U.S. Marshals, together with Homeland Security Investigations, Department of State Diplomatic Security Service, and local authorities tracked down the alleged killer and arrested her. She is set to be deported to the U.S. to face the charges for the May 11th murder of Wilson. Now she'll face justice with the hopes of bringing some kind of closure to the Wilson family who's been victimized by this incident. Armstrong's live-in boyfriend, Colin Strickland, 34, had a fling with Wilson and had snuck out on the day of the shooting. Yeah, so this is the Strickland. Colin Strickland was the 34-year-old cyclist who went out to meet with...
Yeah, the cheating bastard.
The cheating bastard. Mm-hmm. He's no murderer.
Just a cheater.
Right. That's not nearly as bad.
I did put a just in there.
Yeah, but your words had a lot more venom.
Yeah, it's monotone. There ain't no venom.
Your whole timbre of your voice changed. No, seriously. Is a cheater worse to you?
Was it a eventual effect of everything he did? Yes. Is he to blame? No. I mean, he did also buy the gun for her, but it's fine.
It's not like he put it in her hand or anything. It's true. He is to blame for a lot of it.
Yeah. He just, when you have a crazy girlfriend, maybe don't give her a gun.
Yeah, but then you can't start charging people who instigated a murder through cheating.
No.
Because then there's going to be a lot of women going to jail.
Well, yeah. That, and you have to trust someone to make their own decisions.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, somebody who would say namaste and bow their head, but did not.
Yeah, he thought she would be calm, but also knew she wasn't, so.
Yeah. Alrighty, moving on.
Well, she can teach those classes in prison now.
Yes. That's exactly what they'll be very... probably. Might as well.
Yeah, she's going to get all the packs of gum and cigarettes. Best currency there is.
You've never sold ass. Glamorous heiress, 45, charged with having sex with 14-year-old boy 4 times in one day. Ah, youth.
Glamorous? That's her name?
Glamorous heiress. No, that's not her name. She's glamorous.
Oh. Okay.
It's an adjective.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure. Nowadays, you can never be sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, right? So, okay, her name's Heiress.
Her name is Heiress. No, her name's not Heiress. She's...
Oh, she's heir to something?
Yeah, she is an heiress.
Oh, okay.
She is a glamorous heiress. Her name is Savannah.
Oh, man. That does sound like a Savannah move.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that Anne is in that name. Can't have Savannah without Anne.
It's not spelled right.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking right at it.
It's not the same. Anyways, moving on.
Okay. All right, let's be rude. So an Australian horse heiress is saddled with charges after being accused of a lot of horse stuff today.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Accused of having sex with a 14-year-old boy 4 times in a single day.
That's super weird.
Youth, man. It's very impressive.
And she had everything going for her. There was a...
She's good looking, too.
It's super weird.
You want to see a picture of her?
Yeah, sure. I'm super curious.
All right, let me Google a picture of Savannah Daisley, which is a very horse heiress name.
It is. And I'm just glad she got caught early on, if anything, because it sounds like she was about to go down a really dark path, if not already.
Yeah, here she is.
Let's see the beauty. She looks like a normal college student.
Yeah, but she's 45 in this photo.
Is she? That's crazy. Yeah, she looks like she's never done a day's of work. But I'm just saying by how youthful she looks, she's never been stressed before.
Yeah, that's not true. She did 4 times in one day. Very impressive. So, Savannah Daisley, 45, faced Waverley Local Court in Sydney. Why is it that all your guys' courts over there sound like a magical kingdom?
It's because there used to be the Waverley place.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, on child sex abuse allegations, with Judge Jacqueline Millage denying her bail over the quite disturbing allegations. The glamorous mother of 2...
You know that means her kids are probably older.
Yeah, she's 45. They gotta have a kid that's at least 14.
Yeah. Yeah, she gross.
Oh, that's gross. Pretty gross, yeah. So the glamorous mother of 2 is the daughter of famed Aussie horse breeder Ross Daisley. Strongly denies the accusations with the intends to plead not guilty. Makes it hotter.
Maybe it's false.
So cops claim an unbridled Daisley molested the minor.
Unbridled.
Yeah. Daisley molested the minor 4 times before 5 p.m. on May 20th last year. That's before 5 p.m.? He could have gone 5 or 6 more times. It's pretty impressive. It's unclear whether the pair were known to each other prior to the alleged acts. Daisley's defense lawyer cried nay, arguing that the accusations against his socialite client were made in spite and that it was an oath versus oath case. However, prosecutors Daniel Richardson claims evidence straight from the horse's mouth exist. He said a police officer told him about a recording of a tawdry phone call made by the heiress in which she allegedly admits to kissing the teen. Richardson claimed that the recordings reveal that Daisley had little recollection of the incident, perhaps due to her being intoxicated at the time. Yeah, you need to be something.
This is bad written all over it. I'm hoping it's not true because it's just so disgusting. And I'm hoping that it was just a kiss and this kid's for some reason lying, but
That it was better. Yeah, I guess that's... a kid would make that up.
Right. But I also don't want to discount the chance that it is real for his sake.
But at the same time, you would go... Like, if you heard a 14-year-old boy go, no, we hooked up. You go, you kissed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd go...
Made it to third base.
Yeah. Oh, we went all the way. You're like, oh, wow, really? And he's like, oh, you had sex? He goes, oh, no, not... Oh.
I'm not old enough yet.
We held hands. We walked through a park together. What do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, that's she's pretty disturbing if this is all true.
Yeah. Well, here's the quote. But she says, I thought you were going to call the police on me. I thought we had placed this in a little box and thrown it deep into the sea. Okay, Rose from Titanic. The prosecutor told the court. I thought we had thrown this into a tiny little box. I go, why are you bringing up your vagina right now? And throwing it deep into the sea. I go, good God, your womb, lady? Why do you keep having to do all these innuendos? So the prosecutor told the court, the officer's instruction to me was the phone call was quite damning to her. The facts are that admissions were made that were captured on telephone intercept, and it is quite a serious matter.
Yeah, I mean, we got ourselves a female Weinstein.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily she's not in the entertainment business, because then could have been a lot more kids, but...
No, she has a smart cleanse company. Like facial cream. She needed
a cleanse of her soul.
Well, maybe she's milking this 14-year-old boy.
That's disgusting.
For the properties of youthful...
Yeah, could be. His essence.
Yeah. Essence of water's wetness. So, Daisley's Instagram account has been deleted. That never looks good. But a screenshot of a recent post obtained by news.com.au features a caption pinned by the heiress revealing that she was 223 days sober. The post also revealed that she had walked away from her partner of 8 years.
Like, after this or before?
Yeah, after this.
I mean, it sounds like he probably just wanted nothing to do with you.
Yeah. Daisley is a trained naturopath who founded the business Smart Cleanse, which offers 14-day detox plans. Oh. What is a naturopath?
I don't know, but it sounds like something that people who don't have to work 5 days a week can
make
do.
Up. Yeah. A system of alternative medicines based on the theory that diseases can be successfully treated or prevented without the use of drugs by techniques such as control of diet, exercise, and massage. I'll buy the diet thing and exercise. Yeah, but staying healthy, so not being fat.
Yeah.
So just an in-shape person who believes... Why do they got to put fancy names on everything?
Because then it's more expensive.
Oh.
Yeah, she is an heiress after all.
And exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a naturopath.
What does that mean?
That's what a naturopath is. Somebody who believes that the body can be healed through diet, exercise, and...
Yeah, your fix is just a lot of orange juice.
Naturopath. Diet, yeah. Whenever I get sick. Or OJ out the ass. So the company website reads, over a number of years, Savannah has helped tens of thousands of people detoxify their bodies, lose weight, heal their digestion, improve strength and fitness, eliminate stress, reverse the aging process, overcome various adverse health conditions through the benefits of detoxification, and is passionate about doing so.
She just had a lot of money.
Yeah. And then just put creams on stuff.
Yeah, she put people in charge to basically just build a company. That's what she did.
Yeah. They're like, it's amazing how you don't have any wrinkles when you've never held a 9-to-5. You're like, isn't it though?
It's just amazing.
Can you believe I brunch every day? You're like, bitch. So the brunette is also the author of 2 books, 14-Day Smart Cleanse. Hey, that's also the number in which you like to fuck.
Ooh. She's got a favorite number.
Yeah, she does. 14. There's no good songs, by the way.
No.
There's no appropriate number for them.
14 and counting.
Yeah. Well. All right, moving on. Teacher turned OnlyFans star, pregnant by student, is keeping the baby.
Oh.
See, this is why parents don't want OnlyFans as teachers.
I see where this one went wrong.
Yeah, it's the keeping of the baby. But that could have been the Supreme Court's fault. We don't know yet. So this wasn't in the lesson plan. A history teacher turned OnlyFans star has revealed she's pregnant with a former student's baby following a drunken one-night stand. All right.
Former student.
That's a little,
maybe has graduated.
That's a little better.
I'm hoping that's what that means. If not, it just means that they moved up a grade.
Yeah. I hope you know that I plan on skipping junior years so we can be together sooner. So
Beautiful tale.
Yeah. Oh. So Amy Cubs, who has previously hit headlines for declaring that she's a proud mistress and a homewrecker, spoke out about her surprising pregnancy on Tuesday, saying the baby is due in the fall. It's crazy that I'm having a baby with a former student, but the same could happen in any profession. No, it couldn't.
Yeah, that's just a you choice.
Yeah, that feels eerily only teacher related.
I couldn't fight the path the world put me on.
Yeah. Well, you wrote it down in your syllabus that you that we were going to have sex, so I don't understand. So the 33-year-old told Need to Know .online, I might get a lot of hate or love from sharing this with the world, but I'm a good person and will be a great mother to this child. I don't know who they think is loving this story.
Yeah, I think you're mostly going to receive hate.
Yeah, this seems like a mostly hate thing.
And I don't think you're going to be a good mother.
Why? She's already got 2 kids. So Cups, who quit her classroom career last year after her raunchy OnlyFans account was uncovered by officials at her North Carolina middle school, first met the unnamed former student back in 2016 when he was 16 years old. The man is now 22 years old and in college. All right.
Much better, but still. But much more acceptable.
Yeah. Good job, buddy. Impressivo. The erotic ex-educator says she was out with friends at a nightclub late last year when she noticed a younger man giving her the eye, but had no idea it was one of her old students. The pair went... Well, you're not a good teacher. The pair went home together, and it wasn't up until the next morning when the man referred to her as Miss Cups that she realized who she was.
You know he held that in.
Yeah, he did. She's probably like, why does he keep doing all this like extra credit euphemisms while we're having sex? I don't get this. He's like, why is he saying this is for the C? I don't understand.
Yeah.
Ugh. Gross. So he told me that he was a former student of mine and even pulled out his yearbook to prove it. Oh, no. This was me.
Pulled out his yearbook. What? He just had it on him?
He's 22. It's still in his car. Everything he owns is in his car.
Yeah.
Cups recalled, I was shocked. Let me be clear. I had no idea he was a former student, and if I had known, it would have been quicker. I wouldn't have gone home with him. Well, that's good. At least she knows that there is a line in the sand.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already fired. What do you care? Although she enjoyed her wild drunken night with the sexy former student, Cups claims she was embarrassed to have hooked up with a one-time pupil and left his home intending never to see him again. Oh,
yeah, he must not have gotten the best grades in the class.
Yeah, she's like, what did everybody write in yours? You got most likely to return home. So, but just weeks later, she discovered she was pregnant. When the pregnancy test showed up as positive, I was speechless, Cups declared. I'm a devout Catholic, so abortion isn't an option for me, though I support other women's rights to do as they please with their bodies. Good for you, I guess.
Yeah, pick and choose what you want.
Yeah. Cups, who is already a mom to a son, 8, and daughter, 10, told Need to Know. So, at least, what are you doing spending the night over at a guy's house when you got an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old?
She's gonna be a good mom.
Yeah. That the former student was scared when she told him she was keeping the baby.
Yeah, I bet he was.
Yeah. This is why you gotta hook up with
even older.
I was gonna say even older or your sex ed teacher. They're always for the abortion.
I see. I see where you went there.
I've told him he doesn't have to worry because I'm financially stable and I don't want a relationship with him, she explained. Okay.
Giving him hope. But if he's ever successful...
Yeah, that's back pay. I'm going to care for this baby on my own, and we've both been content to go our separate ways.
All right.
His family has no idea they would be so disappointed, Cups continued.
I bet.
Yeah. She goes, I met them during the parent-teacher conference, and they are difficult to please. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you that.
Their son can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Until he did me wrong.
Yeah. But I asked him to. So if he feels ready in the future, he is welcome to meet his baby. He has a lot of good years ahead of him that he should enjoy. I certainly enjoyed my 20s. You're still enjoying your 30s, broad. So the bombshell brunette has continued to rake in cash via OnlyFans during her pregnancy and says most of her fans haven't even realized she's expecting. I'm so small and pretty. I love how she's Catholic. So aborting a baby is totally against it. Mm-hmm. But having unprotected sex with a random dude, pretty sure that's in the Bible somewhere.
Nah. Also, selling videos of yourself getting undressed.
Yeah. All good.
A virtual stripper.
All Catholic.
Yeah. It's the falsehood of it all, but yeah, that's how she wants to live her life. It's America.
It's just a little a little picky and choosy of what you're taking from the Catholic religion.
Yeah, she's doing some mental gymnastics to make this all right.
Yeah. So I'm so small and pretty athletic still. I work out daily, so I'm not really showing that much, she stated. But my breasts have grown considerably, and I get a lot of comments about that.
It probably does work in her benefit.
When life throws us a curveball, you have to take a big swing, she optimistically declared. I'm excited to see what the future brings. And this lady swung me.
Yeah, she handled it with as much grace as you can muster from this.
Yeah. More grace than an OnlyFans, model, I would assume.
Yeah, that's fair.
She handled this very well, though. Man, when life throws you a curveball,
go for home.
When you think it's just a 22-year-old you've never met before. Oh, that old chestnut.
Man, yeah. Nothing like drinking vodka Red Bulls all night.
Yeah. I'm still single.
Do some fireball shots.
It's my life.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on into the last story of the day.
Day.
That thing is broken. All right. American Airlines passenger admits jumping on beverage cart and trying to strip.
Oh, I didn't picture those beverage carts being so sturdy and rather full to pull that off.
Well, it's their fault for putting a pole on top. It's like, what do you expect would happen?
Yeah, that's asking for trouble.
It is. So a Washington state man, well, in all fairness to this guy, we have been experiencing a very long spring.
Yeah, we have been.
So summer just came around the corner. This guy's probably just depressed.
Yeah.
So let's give him a benefit of the doubt here.
We're all edging for the warm weather.
I'm not sure I like the term edging.
Yeah. I think I meant to say hedging.
We're all hedging?
Yeah. Isn't that a use of something?
You're not even sure it's a word.
I'm more shocked it came out of my mouth, too.
Edging is a sexual act.
I thought so. I think it can be used normally, too, but I think it's known for...
Let's see what the dictionary says.
Yeah.
Edging. Look up edging.
Because I want to say it's like being pushed towards the end.
Towards the edge.
Towards the end.
So edging, something forming an edge or border. The process of providing something with an edge or border. Edging.
Okay, so it's a pure word.
Yeah, not on
Family Guy.
Well, no, edging is what's that one dictionary where it's urban dictionary?
Yeah.
Let's see what edging is in there. Cuz that's how real people use language nowadays. Getting seconds away from climax and stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I meant it in the original way.
Creating an edge.
Yeah.
So hang on a second.
Or a boundary. It's a line.
So we have all been creating an edge for summer. Is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but we're like we're pushing for it.
You could have said summer has been edging us.
I could have said it that way. The way I said it was still fine too.
Oh, okay. She's getting upset from the edging, guys.
Would you like to move on with the story?
No. Yeah, all right, fine. We'll move along for the sake of the story. So a Washington State man is facing up to 20 years in prison after he admitted to jumping over a beverage cart and trying to take off his clothes on board a American Airlines flight, which had to be diverted. 20 years in prison for that, but 10 years for horse sex. Interesting.
That is crazy. Something about planes. They
get jumpy.
Yeah, they do.
They get very jumpy. Adam Alexander Williams, 33, of Auburn, Washington, pleaded guilty Thursday to interference with flight members and attendants more than 5 months after causing a flight from Seattle to Charlotte, North Carolina, to land in Billings, Montana. That's not a bad place to be, though. I like Billings.
Except when you have somewhere to be.
Except when you have to be in Charlotte. Yeah. That's rough. Williams will be sentenced at a later date. In addition to prison time, he also faces a $25,000 fine and 3 years of supervised release. That seems way more than the horse thing.
That seems like too much. Because, I mean, we've done crazy stories where, like, the one guy, he masturbated on a plane, like, 5 times.
Yeah. And the girl next to him didn't stop him, so he thought it was okay.
Yeah, clear view and everyone. And I think he only got, like, 4 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. 20 years is just too substantial.
I think so, too. So according to court documents, Williams was traveling to North Carolina on January 9th when his behavior turned erratic and escalated mid-flight. At one point, he yelled at no one in particular, "Where is Jamie Sanders?" He later jumped over passengers in his row and onto a beverage cart in the aisle. As he came off the cart, he almost landed on a flight attendant and pushed her into a seat, knocking drinks and cups to the ground, records stated. He then began to run down the aisle of the aircraft. He sounds like he's on coke.
Yeah, he's on something for sure. I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about the spilled drinks. They only fill them up halfway anyways.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Oh, no. 2 sips.
Yeah. I was going to die of thirst otherwise. So Williams' behavior was said to have startled the flight attendant, who appeared distressed and traumatized. Okay. You can't use the word startled the flight attendant and then go...
Traumatized.
Who's now traumatized. From what? The startling.
I heard a bush rustle, and now I'm traumatized.
I was startled. So what did you do? I shit, pissed, and puked all at the same time because it was traumatic.
Got PTSD.
Yeah. So prosecutors said another cabin crew member managed to calm Williams down and escort him back to his seat. All right, pretty well done. Good job. About 10 minutes later, Williams began to act up again and screamed an obscenity, the documents alleged. Flight attendants then placed several U.S. Marines who happened to be on the flight in seats around Williams as a precaution. But a short time... That's a fun way to do it. All right, are you ready to serve your flight? No, I don't want to. Could you leave me alone out of this?
Yeah.
Just put a fat guy there. Let's be honest.
Just sit on him. Keep him down.
Who happened to be on the flight in seats around Williams as a precaution. The Marines. But a short time later, Williams stood up and began screaming while taking off his clothes. And that would stop a Marine.
Yeah, that sounds pretty freaky. Sounds like he's about to bite someone's ear off.
Yeah. So at that point, the aircraft's captain turned the plane around and landed in Billings so that Williams could be removed from the plane.
I think what they need to do is see if there's something just medically wrong with this guy.
Well, yeah, but if there is, you want him on the ground.
Yeah, you do, but I don't think putting 20 years in prison and giving him a $25,000 fine is justified if it's just somebody that's going crazy.
Yeah, going bonkers.
And they just have no awareness about themselves. Maybe never let them fly again.
Yeah, just... What's more annoying? Dealing with an annoying passenger or dealing with a flight crew that overreacts to an annoying passenger? But was it overreacting?
I don't think it was overreacting, just because he kind of just didn't know what he was going to do next.
Right, he started taking off his clothes.
Yeah.
The Marines aren't prepared for that, apparently.
Whoa. We ain't about that.
Yeah. Thank God Charlie wasn't naked. That war could have gone different.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We got our ass kicked.
I hope they pulled that curtain that separates first class from the regulars.
Oh, yeah.
That way he knew he couldn't go up front.
That does not belong in first class or business class, my friend. That is coach economy.
Yeah.
Non-refundable ticket behavior.
Yeah.
Which, what that crap is a non-refundable ticket? I think that's horse manure.
No, that's all their tickets. And they're all lies, even when you get one of those warranty things.
Oh, yeah, it's like specific warranties.
Yeah, it's very, very, misguiding, misleading. Yeah. How they pulled that off.
Yeah, it's like they're edging us.
You weren't gonna drop that.
Who could drop it? Anyways, guys, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in to another fantastic episode. And remember, we're going to be doing it every Monday and Friday now. All right, until further notice. So tune back in on Monday, and we'll have another episode waiting for you. And as always,
stay classy out there, everyone.
There you go.